pains me to know that Odin prepares for a feast. Soon I shall be drinking ale from curved horns.
Yo, we a bit late.
This hero that comes
Give me
in
1
the
minute,
Valhalla
yeah?
does not lament his death. I shall not enter Odin's hall with fear. There, I shall wait for my sons to join me. And when they do, I will bask.
This from Johnny and fam. Introducing y'all to Nasty. You know who I am, man. VOG. Slick from stage. You gonna be a fucking legend in Compton for that, man. Olympians, Titans, motherfucking giants. If you ain't spitting truth, you niggas better stay quiet. Cause even in my rage, I'ma still be admired. The king of the north will start a motherfucking riot. Demons, goblins, motherfucking giants. If you ain't spitting truth, you niggas better stay quiet. Cause even in my rage, I'ma still be admired. The king of the
Yeah, we about to go live, guys.
riot, 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 riot. If you ain't spitting truth, you niggas better stay quiet.
The king of the north will start a motherfucking riot.
In the streets of Leicester, if you ever heard of Northeast Kingdom Dragon Slayers, call it merch. Just surrounded by
warriors and killers quick to serve ya. This is manslaughter, couldn't get me for the murder. Up because I'm up against the Nephilim, repenting for my sin and doing good beyond measuring. If they try to steal from me, hands I am severing. Nigga, you a novice, don't you know that I'm a veteran? Bring your best rapper, motherfucker, I am better than.
you ain't getting run up over me.
You talking
Neverland, baby pillow talking with this chick.
but it's whatever, man.
You can find this nigga so solid, just like Mega Man.
Yo, I'd love to play you my songs, yeah, but I'm here to do this Anunnaqi live. I got a few things going on in the background, so I wasn't managed to make it on time at exactly 6 p.m. UK. But before my brother comes and I take to the farm, I'm going to give you a brief on what I mean about the Black Anunnaki. When you see me posting these videos, me, Jedifery, Meminon, fighting all of this censorship and shadow banning, gods who came through Orion and Sirius, okay? So first I want to say, when you talk about the Anunnaki, you're talking about two different groups, and it's just a title. So first, when you say the Anunnaki, speaking about these two different groups, you have red-blooded Anunnaki, and you have blue-blooded Anunnaki. And you have about 23 species within our part of the cosmos, yeah, that are, you could use the title Anunnaki for any of them. Whether it's the little greys, yeah, whether it's Pleiadians, Arcturians, Zeta Recticulans, Syrians, the Orions, yeah, you could use the word Anunnaki for any of them. But you've got Seraphim and you've got Cherubim. You've got blue bloods and red bloods. And that filters down to our politics in the world today. When we say, okay, Republicans and Democrats, yeah, red bloods and blue bloods. Or we come over to the UK, here in the UK, we've got Labour and Conservatives, which is really the same thing. So it's coming from the same Anunnakis who are split in two and was having a war among themselves, the different factions in themselves. So we were saying for a long time, the word Anunnaki doesn't necessarily talk about a specific alien group. It's a title. When you go back to the cuneiform, which all the Semitic languages come from, Akkadian, you get cuneiform, which is the original language of these beings, these Anunnakis. Then if you go to the Genesis 11 story with the Tower of Babel, Bible, that's when the languages were confounded. And from the cuneiform Sumerian, you get Akkadian, which is still using cuneiform. Then when you get to the Semitic languages now, they start using vowels differently. Like if I say in Akkadian, Ilu, in Arabic today, they say Allah. In Aramaic, they say Elo. In modern Hebrew, they say Eloah. Do you understand? But it's coming from the same phonetic root, yeah, which is the Ilu. Like if you say Babylon, or which is Babylon, or you say Bab-Ilu in the Akkadian, you understand? So all these languages got confounded, and they're talking about the same beings. Whether in the Bible they're talking about Elohim, whether in the Quran, Muslims will deny this, but most of them don't speak Arabic as a first language, so they don't understand. You've got plural Allah in the Quran. Just like you've got the Semitic word Elohim, You've got the Syriac, which is Asian Arabic. You've got the equivalent, which is Allahumma. Yeah, Allahumma is an Arabic word which means Allah's, plural. So then how can there be only one Allah if in the Quran it's doing the same thing as the Bible's doing with the word Elohim, which is a plural word. So when it says in the beginning, God said, let us, is addressing a group. Let us make man in our image. When you go back to the Sumerian tablets, you get to the Enki story with the first group of 50 Anunnaki that landed in the Persian Gulf. And he's saying, yo, let's start this breeding project, this Lulu or Melu project, to make a slave, a primitive worker, to do the work for us, to do the work of the gods or the work of the Anunnaki, which is the mining in South Africa. We don't want to do it ourselves. You see what I'm saying? So all of these Asian cultures around the world have a commonality, or you could call it a shared culture, where they're talking about these beings who came from the skies, whether they're calling them Orishas or star beings or Elohim or Theos or Allahumma, yeah? And then that filters down into what today we call religion, when we've got people telling you about God, the word God as the singular deity, like Yahweh, God, yeah? The Jehovah, yeah? God the Father, the Almighty, the angels. It's the same stories they're talking about. But like I said, you get the Anunnaki from the red blood and the Anunnaki from the blue blood, and they got two different natures. One nature is very agreeable and benevolent, yeah? Another nature is very disagreeable and malevolent. And so that's what I'm saying. They having fallouts. To have their own reconciliation, they had to include both natures and mix both natures and have a council. Do you understand? And have somebody that represents, that comes from both natures. All the same shit that we do here on earth when we're talking about our own bloodlines and lineages and geopolitics and holy this, holy grail this, and the divine right to rule of the pharaohs. All of this shit comes from the Anunnakis. But what they're not telling you is the first group, the group that's the founder race, are called Riskians. And they come from Orion. Just behind it, you get Lyra, the Lyra constellation. And inside Lyra, you have a place which is called Ilyuin to the ancestors. And that's a place that has 3 suns, 19 planets, and 38 moons. You understand what I'm saying? So these beings, Anunnaki, are said to come from that high heaven. So even in the Bible, when it's telling you about heaven, the word they're translating from is Orion or Oronos, yeah? Or Kisil in the Hebrew, which means heaven, the heavens. So they're telling you, okay, God is in the Orion skies. In English, they put in heaven for you. Where is heaven? Ask the pastor, where's heaven? Yeah? Or the priest, the rabbi, the imam. Where is this heaven that you keep talking about? Where is heaven? Where's God? When is he going to come? So this is reference to Orion. Even when Jesus was meant to have said, I'm going to a place up in the skies. My Father has many mansions and all that stuff. You can find references to this in Amos 5:9 and in Job 9:9. You understand? When it's talking about who made the stars of the heavens and the stars of the south, Dracos and Orion and Pleiades. Why is God in the Bible speaking about this shit? It's because it relates. And it's only now, in the age of information we're in, when all of this stuff is being disclosed through people like us. It's not going to come through the government. They're never going to give you the truth. They're going to give you an agenda or a certain narrative. Is this my people? Give me 1 minute. Yeah. So I'm going to continue this up at the farm. But I wanted y'all to give y'all a preview. Give me like an hour tops and I'll be back. Yeah, because I'm not even sat down doing this properly. I'm waiting to go to the farm, yeah. Peace to everyone who joined in. I'm going to hit you guys back up.